know it's about you and your swords.
Oh yeah, what's up guys? It's Apollo here. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you guys are doing well. And we are back playing Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD. This is a 100-year war scenario. We have the English army attacking the great city of Paris, which of course is being defended by the Holy Roman, no, I'm just kidding, by the French. Yeah, I gotcha, tricked you. But yeah, so the French are defending. So just really quickly looking at the deployment here, we've got 6 siege towers pushing forward. They're all, the entire army is attacking one big wall here. And they've got 2 units of trebuchet, which is 8 trebuchet total. And we have a ram with a small force of English foot knights in the early period. It looks like he might be using this ram to attack this gate over here, because this actually leads, it's the closest path to the town center of this settlement, which this is Paris. This is literally Paris in the game. So yeah, the French are going with more of a staggered defense. They have forfeit the walls, but they're going to be using the inner streets of Paris to give them a position, a choke point advantage. And it looks like he's kind of staggered the defense. He's got another little checkpoint here, and it leads to the bridge, which of course eventually leads to the town center, where he has his elite force of dismounted French knights. So yeah, that's how the armies are set up, and it looks like this one is going to be underway. Alright, so the English infantry have finally scaled the walls, and like I said earlier, the French have kind of forfeit the walls. They are not really putting up a fight, but they do have a unit here of axe sergeants, which it looks like he's gonna send them up right now. Now this is actually, so okay, you could argue this is a bit of a wall defense here. It's just, oh jeez, okay, watch out for the trebuchet. You gotta, you know, what was I saying here? That trebuchet just totally destroyed my train of thought. He is technically putting up somewhat of a stand. This is actually pretty good right here, because he just has to hold this one stairway, right? He's just gonna use his axe sergeants, and he's gonna keep this English infantry in one spot, which is perfect for the crossbows that he has in the front line. So they're gonna use that clumping, that you know, that really pile up of troops on the walls, which makes him an easy target. And he's gonna use his crossbows to do as much damage as possible to the infantry. Now this is definitely a pretty good tactic that I've seen a lot, especially in like Rome and Attila, where you make it look like the walls are going to be easily taken, and what happens is a player will just like overload the walls in one spot, kind of like England did. I mean, England, he didn't do that. I mean, like, yeah, he's just getting a ton of infantry on the walls. It's just that maybe he didn't expect a French unit to show up and just kind of clog this pathway and make it easy for the crossbows to get a ton of kills. Now he is also pushing over here, but we've got another charge here. This is kind of the first proper infantry clash in the streets. England throwing in some, it looks like sergeants. Yeah, he's got some sergeants versus more axe sergeants of the French kingdom. So they're going to try to hold this this section of the wall. So he's going with a different strategy over here. He's kind of got an inviting strategy, where you know, the forces are going to push down quickly because he's got nothing on the walls, and they're just going to storm the streets. But it's given the French a good opportunity to flank by using the streetway here. And yeah, I'm surprised he's not pushing more men. He could quickly kill these units. Like, he could quickly rush in and kill these guys. He's got a unit over here as well. I mean, look at this. He could easily push and do some heavy damage to the English, but he's going with a more passive defense. Back over here, the English are pushing forward their ram, and it looks like they are going to attack this this gate, which is going to make things interesting, because are the French paying attention? They do have a defense here. They've got some, looks like they've got some like pole arm units. They have a very heavily armed spear unit with some decently long spears. He also has an archer unit, so he's definitely watching it. He knows that this could be a problem, but we'll see how he adapts to this English attack. That's pretty cool. This is a cool map to see this like dynamic like wall battle and also this like gate attack. It's pretty cool. All right, this is where things are gonna get spicy. My God, the timing of that artillery. The English, of course, destroyed the walls with their artillery. That gives them a whole nother opportunity to push in more troops and not worry about the wall as much. So yeah, the English spearmen, they're gonna go in and start attacking the French defense over here. That leaves an opening for a huge flank for the English forces. So now he's got spearmen, high period spearmen, that are going to push, and they are going to get behind the French axe sergeants. He needs to quickly break this English unit of swords if he wants to save this axe unit, because they are about to get sandwiched, which you know, aren't the English kind of crowned as the inventors of the sandwich? I know like a lot of people say like, oh, there's many different versions throughout the world. But yeah, isn't there a sandwich in Earl of Sandwich? You know, isn't that a location in England? I'm sorry, I'm a naive American, but yeah, I've heard he was like playing a card game or something, and he didn't want to touch the meat. You know, or I guess he didn't want to use utensils, so they just put the meat between two pieces of bread, and there you go. By the way, Earl of Sandwich is a delicious sandwich place. If you've never had Earl of Sandwich, it's really good. It's really good. Anyways, the axe sergeants do destroy the English forces that they were fighting, but look at this. England has taken control of the gate, and now they're storming in some heavy knights to just utterly crush. Wait. No, they didn't defeat the Sarge. They're still here, but breaking. I thought they defeated them. But yeah, this is going to be the end of the axe sergeants, and that was a big loss right there. I think if I was France, I would have been more aggressive over on this side. I would have pushed these units up. That you could have saved those axe sergeants. And I say this a million times, and I'll say it a million times again. Siege battles are battles of attrition, and you want to use the most out of your units during the siege. If there's an opportunity of your unit getting flanked, that was kind of a weird way of phrasing that, an opportunity, as if it's a good thing. If there's a risk of your unit getting flanked, you need to make sure it doesn't happen, because you will lose the full potential of that unit, where instead of being securely defending a choke point, now they're getting flanked and dying way faster and not getting as many kills. But we got a ferocious fight here. This is like one of the classic rivalries that I absolutely love to watch. Oh, okay, hold that thought here. They have broken through the gate, and the crossbows are in the front line. I don't even know if they got any shots off. It doesn't, well, no, it looks like they shot a little bit. Their ammo's down a little bit, but this is clearly a micro mistake. This is the French player not realizing that the English are attacking so aggressively. And look at these knights, man. They're just going, they're like, yes, time to get my KD up. You know, time to get my KD up and kill these archers. The archers are putting up, or the crossbows are putting up a good fight here, that's for sure. But he needs to get them out of there. They're too valuable. Archers are too valuable in siege battles. You must preserve them, at least until they run out of ammo. Then you can throw them into the meat grinder, you know? But he is... Let's see, can he get these crossbows out of there? It looks like he is going to, yes. And look at this just horde of infantry pouring into this fight here. This is insane. And look at this beautiful formation from the French. No surprise here, no surprise whatsoever. The English are sending in more units to this flank. Yeah, this looks really promising. All they have to do is break through this little choke point, and then they're golden. I mean, obviously, you could argue this is one long choke point here. It's going to be pretty easy for the French to hold, but consider that, I mean, this is a huge move by the English, because this gives them this keeps the French player microing two drastic sides of the battle, you know, over here and over here. And this is so close to his town center. He's going to be really worried about this. So if the English can actually break through here and start putting pressure and threatening the town center from this position, it's going to be really good for the English. Let's see what the French can do here. I hope the French hold on to this choke point because this is so key. I think if they hold here, they're going to be all right. Maybe they should send over some archer support or something like that to kind of, you know, help their infantry. But yeah, a great fight over here. Now, back over on this side, we do have some more choke point fighting. The English have sent up their billmen, and it has worked. It has destroyed these spearmen for the French. But also, we've got some pikes for the French. It's like a short pike. Very similar to the billmen. So this might be a challenging matchup for the billmen. And it looks like the billmen are just taking it. The French are just like poking at them. And they're not really poking back. So this is a good trade here for the French. And then back over on this side, looks like fighting has stopped. They were fighting over here, but they've taken a little moment to kind of take a break. Now the English have sent in more cav through the gate. I think they're trying to take care of this little flanking infantry. Remember that the French had infantry over here. This is that same unit. They're just trying to take it out with these knights, which they probably will clean them up here. I mean, these are knights, you know. These are English knights against I don't even know how to pronounce it. Barbazone. I don't know. But they're not knights. You know, like, they look fairly like good at fighting, but I don't know. I don't really know the stats between these two units. I just see knights and I'm like, yeah, they're probably gonna win. Awesome. All right, more and more of the English infantry is pouring in. He still has a reserve force. My God, he still has a huge force over here. English foot knights. Look at this. Oh, he's saving the best for last. Oh man, look at these. Look at these lads. Awesome, awesome. He also has a lot of archers in the back. These are really good archers. Longbows. Retinue longbows. Oh, he's got a ton of archers. Mercenary Welsh longbows. Oh, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. Honestly, he should probably mobilize the archers now to help him through these choke points, because having archers on the walls and firing down on the French infantry is going to be a lifesaver. Oh, and they're using the artillery now to try to soften up this infantry. This is so risky because he could easily friendly fire his army, and he's got 3 units blobbed up in one spot. So, but so far it's working out. He hit only the French, so that's a risky play, but I like it. You know, no risk, no reward. That's how it goes. Yeah, and sure enough, they are using their longbows to clean up these French troops. Where these French troops excel is obviously in the front lines. And oh my God, dude. Yeah, they definitely excel in the front line, and that's against infantry. If they're out in the open getting shot at, they're done for. They don't have the proper armor. They're pretty much light armor as is. They don't have any shields. They just have their pikes. And yeah, they got crushed there. So good use of the archers. No surprise, not surprised he's doing this tactic. Very, very effective against choke point, you know, defenses. Back over on this way, he has thrown in infantry into these choke points as well. There's another pike unit kind of waiting for him over here. I think that England should just use the walls. I mean, use the walls against the defenders. You could probably get a unit of archers up here and fire down. Now, I understand he's concerned about the the French crossbows, where they could easily fire back. Because what happens, you gotta be wise about putting your archers up on the walls at different times. If they have an archer unit or skirmishing unit in a really good position, they could easily just fire back, and you're basically have your archers on a pedestal. pistol over here. You're like, you're just saying, hey, over here, shoot at me. You know, that's you know, so you got to be careful about using the walls. Just make sure the defenders don't have an archer unit ready to go to fire at your archers. And if they don't, you're going to rack up a ton of kills here. A ton of kills here on this wall. Just gives them such a good vantage point. Back over on this side, again, more fighting is unraveling here. They have pushed up the sergeants, and they are taking on more of this Barbenzoan unit. I'm probably slaughtering that name. Just like these men are slaughtering each other. It's fitting. So yeah, they're fighting the good fight here in the streets of Paris. And the fighting has now, oh my god, holy trebuchet, look at this. Very wise from the English player. So what he decided to do here is like, you know what, I'm not getting any kind of push through here. I'm not winning this fight. There's just too much of these defensive French units. Basically the English are doing exactly what the French want them to do, and you can't do that. So this is actually smart of him to fall back. Now he is getting shot at a little bit by some French crossbows, but that's okay. I still think this is a better move. Just sit back, use the trebuchet, and even better, send over some archers. Send over some archers and try to get some kills with the bow. Excuse me. Oh, I felt that one coming on. I was like, no, don't sneeze, don't sneeze. I'm so sorry. That's disgusting. All right, but yeah, he does have some archers that he could push up here. Some Welsh longbows. So he could probably put them up on this wall, and again, just do the same thing. Just fire down. Honestly, with the Welsh longbows, he could probably shoot all the way over here and start harassing the knights at the town center. But no, he's gonna charge in infantry again. Okay, maybe he felt like he's weakened these spears enough with the trebuchet, and he's just gonna push in there. Let's go back over to this side, where once again the archers are just, I assume, wreaking havoc to these axe sergeants. The archers are, they're strutting into the battle. What are they doing? Okay, well, that works. The axe sergeants are breaking. They haven't shattered yet, but they're so weak. They're down to 47. I don't really think we're gonna see much out of this unit, you know, later on in the battle. They did stop breaking here. They're wavering. The archers, the English player finally realizes his archers are pushing up. And now, oh, look at this. The English have some axe sergeants of their own. They're like, oh, you think you're cool because you have axe sergeants? Think again. There you go. And he's going to kill him. I don't think the French player realized that this unit returned to the battle. Over here, it looks like the French are victorious. They've broken the English attack, and now they've actually sent up some crossbows to start opening fire at the reserve infantry of the English, which is I think is a smart move. Crossbows have really good armor-piercing ability. These guys are pretty well armored, so I think they'll be able to slice through that armor and get some good kills. Over here, they're still fighting. So this is the far right flank from the English perspective. Still fighting for this street. Sergeants still trying to slice their way through, but there's a lot of reserves over here. He's got some. Are these dismounted French knights? Oh yeah, yeah. This is going to be a very tough unit to get through. It's so cool, man. I don't know. Every time I see this unit, I just think of Medieval 2. You know, the English dismounted English knights. So awesome. But yeah, these guys are waiting in reserve, ready to attack. And I think the French should be able to hold on here. I definitely think the English are going to have to send something over, like archers, more infantry, if they're going to be able to break through there. And there we go. There we go. Okay, so the English are setting up their archers up here, and they're going to be able to fire down and do as much damage as possible. Oh, did he do it again? Oh, no. His crossbows got caught out again. I cannot believe that. They got caught out again. He needs to get them out of this fight. That's a big mistake there. Again, archers are so key, so important to siege battles. To lose them like that is just you asking to lose. And sure enough, the same thing over here. Yes, he sent up his Welsh longbows up on this gatehouse. this gate's wall and just letting it rip. And I'm not talking about farts. I'm talking about arrows. Okay. Now the English infantry is starting to get a little fatigued here. They're getting a little tired. Actually, they broke. It looks like they broke and came back. That's why their backs are turned to the enemy. But that's okay. They're just going to be used as like a bit of a bait, I guess, for the French to push up and get shot at. But there you have it. That's how you do it, guys. That's how you clean out these choke points. And yeah, the fighting continues into the inner streets here. The French still looking strong on this flank. The French still looking decent here. I think the weakest part that they're looking is right here. The English have really made a lot of ground. Big clash of forces right there. Big clash of forces. So a few minutes of just using archers have really sliced through the French defense. So they had these archers just kind of posted up over here, like we saw them earlier, and they just slaughtered any kind of French unit that does not have a shield or heavy armor. They just got absolutely slaughtered, guys, and that's why the English are just making some great progress here. The English are losing on this side. Well, it's close. Both units are breaking. We might see this reserve unit of French knights charge in here. So that's pretty cool. That's going to be, seeing some knights in action. Back over this way, the French have completely fallen back towards the bridge. And they're going to use this is actually a really good position. They're going to use this slight high ground. They've got some archers here. That's nice. Mixing both archers and crossbows. He's got some archers here, and hopefully they can help out the infantry and start killing a lot of the English if they want any chance of winning this one. Yeah, but everywhere else it looks pretty good. It definitely seems like the French are like, okay, like if you're gonna use the walls against me, I just gotta fall back more, and that's a smart play. Just fall back, get out of there. Don't lose units to archers. I mean, he lost a decent amount to archers. I think he should have fallen back sooner. As soon as he saw these archers up on these walls, he should have been like, yeah, no, we need to back out of here. We're too close to our own walls, which is going to only help them. The English actually do break through here, but again, they have to fight through these French knights. Unfortunately, they're not going to get the charge bonus from the French knights. They're just going to sit there, which is a little disappointing. He could have racked up some good kills from a charge bonus. But he does have the French knights, and they are still going to be very challenging to fight, regardless if they have a charge bonus or not. Okay. Now, on this side, all the way over here, they have made some progress. The archers are still wreaking havoc on the defenders. Like, really, this battle's coming down to Welsh longbows. Like, that's what it feels like. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought we crashed there for a second. But yeah, he's just using these Welsh longbows to perfection, and he's just crushing these defenders. And he's going for the appropriate targets. It looks like, or is he not? I thought he was going for this unit. Oh boy. He still has trebuchet ammo. Oh yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Really good job. So the French have sent up their dismounted French knights, their early period. So this is going to be a little bit of a confusing battle because the knights look very similar. The French and English knights, they almost look identical. But yeah, you can tell he's getting very concerned about this side. He's sending up more and more reinforcements. The English are sending over more and more reinforcements. They still have a ton of reserves over here. This is gonna be pretty tough for the French. They really need to start turning this battle around in different locations, in different, choke points. They've got to rack up more kills and really cause a lot of, inflict a lot of casualties to the English army pretty soon, because he's going to be running out of space and running out of choke points. And he's going to get overwhelmed by this massive English army if he doesn't start killing more of them soon. After a few minutes of fighting at these choke points, the English have sent up English foot knights to finish up the French knights. Now, the French knights, of course, have taken some casualties. They're tired. You know, they're not as strong as a fresh unit, and the English knights break them pretty quickly. And now, guys, it is official. The English have completely pushed back the defenders from this initial defense position. So now the French have fallen back all the way over here. And I'm going to be real with you guys. I think he should just retreat everything. I think he should fall back all that he can to the inner city streets, or the inner city, or whatever you want to call this little section of the city, because he just doesn't have enough men. Like, you look at what the English have left, it is insane. They've got a huge army. They've got a massive army. It's a problem. And I think one good way of crushing the English army is using, again, choke points. Use these choke points. I know the archers are still going to be a problem, but eventually they're going to run out of ammo. You know, they can't kill everyone, and who knows, maybe your crossbows will rack up a lot of kills against the enemy archers. I just think the best opportunity for the French to win this is to fall back to the bridges. Now, he did set up a barricade over here. This is a little problematic, which I hate using that word, but this prevents a flow of traffic. It's kind of like Rainbow Six Siege when you don't have like, sometimes you got to make pathways through your walls to better your opportunity of your defense, because you need a flow of traffic, or being able to retreat through this way is no longer going to be possible. So I think that's a little bit of a disadvantage for the French. But finally, the English are pushing forward. They're getting their infantry up there. See, he's already starting to run out of ammo with this Welsh longbow. So, you know, I think you gotta play that at battle of attrition. And over here, look at this. This is crazy. This one unit of French knights is still holding back all these guys. They've been fighting this whole time since we first saw them. That's nuts. Just fighting the good fight. Oh God, cav charge. Oh. So he goes in with a wedge formation. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't wedge formation best for enemy cav, not infantry? Don't you want a normal formation so you just hit them with a wall of cav? Nonetheless, he charges in with the English knights. It's pretty cool to see them use these units historically. You know, knights were used many times to just charge in. You know, just, all right, send in the knights. You know, they just charge into the infantry and break them up. Now, that changed quickly when people started using long, pointy things. Yeah. So, and now we've got infantry that are following up that are going to help the knights. And they're desperately trying to break through here. And there's a reason. They break through here. All these flanks are open. This is why, another reason why he needs to fall back. Instead of holding 3 choke points, he could have held 1 or 2, if you count this one, you know? So yeah, this is going to be tough for the French, and he's losing over here. This unit is not equipped to take on these heavy billmen. And these archers are in danger. They're in the danger zone, okay? This is not looking good. I think the English are on the verge of a huge breakthrough in this siege. And I'm talking huge, all right? I'm talking really big league here, because if they break through here, this is all open game. I know I already said this, but it's so important. But you know what? Doesn't matter. He broke through over here. Get some more cav. Yeah, and there he goes. There he goes. He's like, yep. All right. You're going to leave your archers in the danger zone? Well, get ready to be dangerfied, because he's going to push up his English knights. Or not. They're going to chill. They're going to watch a little bit. But yeah, he needs to push them up. Kill these archers. But it doesn't matter. The infantry caught them. The mercenary Welsh longbows, they're out of ammo. Now they've taken out their mallets and axes, and they're just going to go in and start killing these French archers. And they're still fighting over here, but they should break through at any moment. Over on this side, big break going on for both sides, really. It looks like the French have finally had enough here. Oh, that's why they sent in billmen. Yeah, the billmen are causing some issues, but this is a good unit that they've only lost 8 men. It's probably from archers. Oh, nice supporting fire with the crossbows, with the archers. You know, it'd be really cool to have the archers up here. Yeah, I think you should have done this. Have the archers up here and then have your infantry here. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see, there's no point into holding way up here. Like, since you lost this area here, I say just go all the way back. Go all the way back here. Hold here because, you know, you don't want them in the capture zone circle. So hold here and then put your archers up here. Bada bing, bada boom. And I think he could have racked up a lot of kills here, but it looks like the French are going to make their stand here, which is not the end of the world. These guys are still going to do very well, but I just think they could have done better. All right, and then back over on this side, the infantry, there we go. The cav was sent up. The cav is, it looks like the archers moved their position. They're getting harassed by the English knights. Not a good look. Oof. And then back over on this side, dude, oh my God. Now, props to these, the sergeant of arms here. They're holding very well, but why? You know, like, see, they just got flanked. As soon as the center fell, both sides are getting flanked. And this is what I mean. This is a huge disaster for the French. They should have fallen back way sooner. They should no business holding these streets. But you gotta respect the player for being aggressive, right? Aggressive defense. And why aren't these spears charging in? Like, why aren't these spears going in and helping these archers? I think that's a lost opportunity. Oh my God, what is he doing? Okay, hold on. Oh no, oh no. A nice charge from the French knights going into the dismounted, the English knights going into the dismounted French knights. The French have sent up reserve from their town center over to this open area. That's not good. Look at, oh my God. So he's just repeating his mistake, I think, at this point, where, you know, he shouldn't have held at these choke points. Now he's got more choke points he's got to hold. He's got archers out of position. He's got swordsmen that are going to get swallowed whole here by the English army. They're going to send up some cav. Basically, he probably sent this cav in just to pin this infantry in place, because now you have this infantry that's about to get surrounded. We've got billmen over here, heavy billmen marching their way around the city. So yeah, they're gonna get around here, and yeah, the French are gonna lose units. The French are gonna be surrounded again. Instead of just being over here defending, they're gonna be fighting on multiple fronts, and it's not gonna be good for them. Back this way, nice job here. The French have, oh boy, look at these arrows. Yeah, okay. The French have definitely held back the English, but because of how deadly this infantry is at doing that, the attackers are going to push up their archers and get a lot of kills. Now, the French archers are firing back, but they're outnumbered and probably outmatched, as these longbows are probably better than them. Oh boy. Yeah, these guys are falling quickly. That's one thing that the French have not been doing well, is the archer management. He needs to just, like, why aren't these guys, can they not reach? These guys should be able to fire, like, over these buildings into the blob of archers over there. But that's a problem. That's a problem. Back over this way, look at this. No surprise, Cav has gotten into the back lines. The infantry is killing anyone trying to escape. The English knights. Do I keep calling them French knights? I might be doing that, and I'm sorry if I'm naming these units. It's just something, like, whenever I think of knights, I always just think of French knights, you know, because they're like the envy of the world, you know, that kind of thing. So I might be, yeah, they're English knights, which are almost as good, you know, almost as good. But yeah, I'm only kidding, guys. So yeah, they are, or am I? You never know. But no, I'm kidding. Or am I? I don't know. I'm kidding. The infantry is pushing in. I'm joking. Yeah, I'm serious. They are pushing forward, and like I said, they've got these units surrounded. All right, they've got them surrounded. Dismounted French knights are going to be wasted. I mean, they're going to get a little bit of kills. You know, you're going to get a little bit of kills, but it's not going to be anything too good. They're not going to get as many kills as they would have holding the bridge against the English. And now we've got English knights, hell yeah. Dismounted English or English foot knights, whatever you want to call them, that are just eating up this defense. They are just slicing through here. And again, I think the French are missing a huge opportunity here. This bridge should have been full of French infantry. Instead, we have this lone villager. She's like, what? You want some? Come and get some. You know what? I've had enough. I've had enough of this war. I can't take it anymore. Just like standing in the middle of the bridge. What are you doing, lady? What are you doing? I've lost all my children in this war and my husband. I have nothing to live for. It's like she's more Chad than the French knights here. They're like, they can't be one-upped here. Like, come on, boys. We're losing this city anyways. Yeah, what? Okay, I see. He's pushing these guys up. It looks like he's going to take on these heavy billmen. But yeah, now he's got the crossbow set up here. This is, I mean, you might as well make the best out of this. Get as many shots fired as possible. Go, go, go. Fire, fire, fire. The barricade is not going to last long. And I think it was a wasted opportunity. Like, again, he shouldn't have used the barricade here. Now, this unit is fairly weak to crossbow fire because they don't have shields. And they are losing a considerable amount of numbers, but it's not worth it. Here they go.
Show them how real men fight.
Show them how real men fight. The barricade is now under attack. The crossbows are going to be able to point blank fire. They are losing a lot of numbers, but again, it would have been better to just not have a barricade here. It's already crumbling. Look at that. They are down to 95 men. I mean, they lost some men. I mean, you could see, but it's not that much. I mean, it's like maybe 10 guys or something. Oh, man. Rest in peace. Brave English knight. Look at these guys. Just, oh. The crossbows, man. That's what got them. So there you have it, guys. We're on red alert here for the French. Their infantry are about to break over here. Their knights are fighting. Where's the woman? Oh, where's the woman, dude? Oh, I thought this was her for a second. Well, I wonder if she charged in. Ah, where'd she go? Where are you? We have to find her. Where'd she go? The brave French woman. Oh well. Life of a civilian. She did look like a noble, you know, like she looked like she had money. If you're judging her outfit. This is the great equalizer, you know, when your city's under siege. The great equalizer. Not really. I bet they treated nobles better, even enemy nobles, because you could use them as ransom. You take a city, you put them in prison, get paid a ton of money. Yeah, I don't know where she went. I'm disappointed, dude. I thought she was just going to stand there. But yeah, I think the French are going to win this fight here. The French should win it against these heavy billmen. It's close, but they should win it. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I mean, oh my. See, okay, it's things like this. The French have archers with ammo in a melee. Why? Why? Send these guys back. Put them up here. Put them up here, you know? Get them up on this little bridge. They can fire down. Sure, they'll probably get shot up by these longbowmen, but at least they have a good vantage point. They're doing something other than fighting in melee with ammo. And then I don't get it. There's plenty of infantry here to hold for a long enough time for these archers to use the rest of their ammo. But yeah, same thing over here. Why are crossbows in melee? But the fighting here is getting very intense, guys. The English knights, this is what they've been looking forward to all day. To kill some French soldiers. And there we go. The French are victorious here. They still have 101 men. Wow. They pretty handily beat those heavy billmen. They are knights after all. Oh, and they return, so they're going to go back and finish them up. They're like, I haven't learned, have you, old man? Why are you cheering? You just broke. Yeah, they're going to break again. They're going to shatter. Now we've got some cav. Yeah, no surprise here. They need to quickly break these guys, and this is how you're going to do it. They're going to flank around some cav and kind of deal with it. What am I seeing right here? Oh, no. The French general. I think he wants to try to save his infantry. So he's sending his general. Let's see if they can get there in time. So I assume well, it doesn't matter. His infantry's gonna break. But I assume he was coming over this way to stop this English cav from getting behind the French infantry.
Everyone is scared. Don't worry. Fight.
Oh, yeah. Okay. More infantry coming around this way. Yeah. The French just don't have enough infantry. I think they could have done a lot better here, too. And I'm not trying to be, like, mean to the player. I think he did a good job. I just think that his troop management could have been a little bit better. He should have fallen back a little bit sooner. You know? That kind of stuff. And I think he would have had a much better chance of winning. But yeah, here's another stack of dismounted French knights ready to go in, ready to hold. But, you know, we're down to the last 3 minutes and 50 seconds. The balance of power is insanely in favor of the English. Now, again, I've seen balance of powers this bad shift before, but with way less troops. Way less troops. And, oh God. Oh God, yep. Okay, this isn't good. We have the English king versus the French. And he has another unit of English knights. The general is outnumbered. He's surrounded. Oh, there's the king. Look at him. Look at it. Look at it. I love how they have the French symbolism there too. Just a dab on him, you know? What was it? King Edward III or something who did that? Just to kind of be like, we've consumed your kingdom. Now we have it as our symbol, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, they're gonna kill this French general. And honestly, guys, once they do that, it's probably gonna be GG. Mass morale break. They're cleaning up what's left of these French knights over here, dismounted French knights. Back over on this side. They're holding, barely, but it's not going to be enough. So we'll do a little bit of fast forwarding here because I know it's not the most exciting thing to just kind of watch 2 choke points.
The men are running.
So we'll just see kind of how this plays out as we fast forward. So they're still holding here. They actually break some English. They're actually breaking some Welsh longbows, but it's just archers, not a big deal. The general is actually making a run for it. And I think he's made it. So the general's still intact. But it doesn't matter. Oh, he's just gonna like, whatever. I'm just gonna turn and face the enemy. Turn and face him. And there you have it, guys. That is how the cookie crumbles. Now the English are just pouring in. Look at this. Ah! Just unbelievable amount of troops here. And the French are going to be like, oh my god, there's so many left. There's so much more. Just lay down your arms. It's over. Maybe they'll be merciful. Maybe they'll let us live. And there we go. Last 10 seconds. Yeah, there you have it. A nice victory. A good, solid attack by the English. And we'll go ahead and look at the results. So here are the juicy end results. It was a great battle, and a big thank you to King Baby Bob for this battle replay. He submitted it into my Discord, so be sure to join that Discord. Send me some epic replays. I'm always excited to watch those. And I also want to start a new thing where I randomly select a YouTube member and give them a bit of a shout out at the end of my videos. So we're going to start that today. So big shout out to Chris J. He's been a man-at-arms for 5 months. So thank you so much for the support, Chris. It really does mean a lot. And thank you to all of you guys for watching the video. And that's going to wrap up today's battle. Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out today's video. It really does mean a lot to me. And I just wanted to mention the best way to support my channel. It's completely free by liking, sharing, leaving comments, and of course subscribing. Now, if you want to go beyond the Call of Duty, there's some links down in the video description. The first link is to become a YouTube member. And this is a monthly payment where it goes towards my channel and you get some special perks in return. You get a special badge next to your name, which people will see when you leave a comment or you interact in live stream. You'll get member only access to voice channels and text channels in my Discord, and I will randomly select a YouTube member to mention at the end of all of my videos. So definitely check it out if you're interested. The other link is to Displate Metal posters. You can get posters like this one here. They're a very cool company. They make metal posters, and I think they plant a tree every time you buy a poster. Use the link, you'll get a discount on your purchase, and of course a portion of the purchase goes towards my channel, so thank you for checking that out. The third link is for Discord. It's actually an affiliate link that will take you to Nitro, where you can be a Nitro subscriber. If you are a new Nitro subscriber and you use that link and subscribe, a big generous portion of that purchase goes towards my channel. So if you've been thinking about subscribing to Nitro for Discord, definitely check out that link. And finally guys, the last link is to the merchandise, which I'm wearing one of the fan favorite t-shirts right here, the Spartan If t-shirt. Absolutely one of my favorites, and I think you guys can all agree too. It looks awesome. So thank you guys so much for the time, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.